Alright, so today I just wanted to show off what my day one Crota's and builds are gonna be. Hold on, let me just do that really quick. So yeah, today I'm just gonna show off what I'm gonna be using on day one. Just so you guys know, if you have other builds that you want to use, you don't necessarily have to use mine. I'm just making this to show what I am gonna be using and what I think is gonna be really good for the encounters. So I think for ad clear, what I'm gonna be using is my not Ursa Furia, so my Doomfang Pauldron build, which really focuses on clearing ads with my super and just getting a shit ton of uh, void gun damage. I'm going to be showing off each build as I go in case you do want to copy it. So I use for this is really either barricade. I might switch to towering barricade just for a little extra cover for since ads might hit a little hard. I like shield throw, especially for this build, for obvious reasons. It's just a really good melee. Vortex Grenade obviously is the best. You can use really whatever you want. If you like Void Wall, you can use Void Wall. I know a lot of people like that. Magnetic Grenades are also really good. Scatter Grenades are pretty nice, but I definitely think it's between Vortex Grenade and Magnetic Grenades. Controlled Demolition is Offensive Bulwark. And then here are my fragments. Then here's the mod screen. I think I'm going to use this mainly for probably the opening encounter and maybe the bridge encounter and maybe Death Singer, but I'm not too sure on the last one or the bridge encounter. But we'll see. Then moving on to my arc build. This build is also really good using Heart of Inmost Light. Sorry, I'm speaking too fast. Using Heart of Inmost Light to get my abilities back near constantly. Obviously, Thruster is the best class ability in the entire game, in my opinion. Thunderclap, you can use really whatever. Not this one. This one's horrible compared to Thunderclap and Shoulder Charge. Pulse Nades are the best, especially with Touch of Thunder. But if you do want to use Storm Grenades, I know they were nerfed like a long time ago, and they're really not that good anymore, but it's really up to personal preference. I prefer Pulse Nades, especially for this build, because you get those Ionic Traces, and it really helps getting your abilities up all the time. And here's the fragments. Here's the mods. But I'm going to really be using this for, again, ag clear, and if I need to, switch quickly to Curious, get a Thunder Crash off, and switch back. I don't know if they're going to change Crota so that you have to damage him like they did with Oryx. I kind of hope they do, but if they do, then I'll probably run this, switch to Curious really quick, get a Thunder Crash off, switch back. And then moving on to Solar. Oh, excuse me. I'm probably going to use this build. This is my Ashen Wake build. Very, very strong. If you're a Titan and have not used Ashen Wake yet, I recommend using it. It might look absolutely disgusting, but it's very, very good. I'm probably going to use this for survivability if I need it. Throwing Hammer, best melee in the game. Fusion Nades, have to use it with Ashen Wake. Soul Invictus and Roaring Flames, so you can really get your grenade damage skyrocketing along with your Throwing Hammer damage. Here's the fragments. And here's the mods. And like I said, this is it's gonna be kind of a replacement for the Arc and Void build if I need survivability, or if I'm really taking a lot of hits and dying a lot, or if I just want to switch to something new. And then for Strand, I have a Suspend build if I really need it. I don't know if I'm going to be using Strand very much. I'll just show off the aspects and fragments. This is just a typical Titan Suspend build. Obviously, you have to use Frenzy Blade. Shacklenade. I might switch off Into the Fray to Banner of War. I'm not too sure. But as of right now, it's Drenger's Lash and Into the Fray. And here's the fragments. And the mods. This is really just for probably probably just ad control and stuff, just to kind of help deal with the ads and make sure nothing really can do anything with suspend. I think that's really it. I have a few I have a few loadouts in dim that I might use, but I would have to leave the fire team to do that, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. This is if I'm kind of doing pretty good on healing, or not healing, survivability, and I just kind of want to help clear ads a lot. This is a Flechette Storm and Banner of War build. So obviously Shacklenade again. You can switch to Grapple if you want more mobility though. And then Flechette Storm and I think that's how you pronounce it, Flechette. I'm not too sure. Banner of War and the fragments. And my mods. Flechette Storm is super underrated. It's very, very good for clearing ads and even doing a bunch of boss damage with Synthos. As for weapons, I'm bringing... This is really just what I have at any time. I haven't put any specific guns in my inventory, but you know, I got Riptide. These are things I'm probably going to be using most of the time. Monte Carlo, Riptide, Rufus's Fury, Heritage if I need to burst down some enemies, and then maybe Conditional if I need it. For secondaries, Royal Executioner. If you do not have this, I recommend making one with Envious Assassin Reservoir Burst. This thing is very good. I got Graviton Lance, Sunshot, and obviously gotta have Forbearance. That's pretty much it for secondary weapons. For heavies, I got my Apex Predator with Reconstruction Explosive Light. I don't know if I'm going to be using these two, but Thunderlord and Two-Tailed Fox are very good. Commemoration for Ad Clear with Reconstruction Killia Tally. Cataclysmic if there's any long-range encounters, like if Crota's... If we're going to have to damage him from far away, and Linears would be better. And Thin Precipice for a Banner of War build, just to help clear ads a lot. And my Cold Comfort with Envious Assassin Bait and Switch. These two are pretty interchangeable. If the damage phases are longer, I'll usually use the Cold Comfort, but if they're shorter, I'll probably end up using Apex Predator. That's pretty much it. As for anything else really, I think if Thundercrash doesn't end up working out, I'll switch to my Pyrogale build with Sunbreaker, just for a little extra survivability if I need it. If I'm not surviving very well on my what is it? Arc build. I think that's pretty much it. Really not a whole lot left, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be bringing into day one. And I have a bunch of different heavy exotics, like I have a level up Whisper, I have a level up Outbreak, I have a leveled up Leviathan's Breath, just in case. Although I do need to go get the catalyst for that. Actually, I'll probably do that right now. Yeah. I hope this video helped. If it did, please leave a subscription, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.